What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to talk to you about a very controversial subject in today's society, football and marijuana. So, is it time for football to reconsider marijuana? That is my question I have for you today. So a little background information. Every day, 44 people in the U.S. die from overdose of prescription painkillers. Baltimore Ravens tackle Eugene Monroe stated that all over our country people are addicted to opioids, and that's happening in our locker rooms. So it's a crisis that's happening in the NFL today that not many people are aware of, and that's why I feel this issue is very important to you guys, and I would like you all to hear it out. So today I'm going to inform you guys about the possibility of marijuana as a substitute to prescription painkillers for professional football players. This is important because the current NFL practice of prescribing pain medication to their athletes can become very addicting and has a high potential for overdoses. So today, I do believe that it is time for football to reconsider marijuana. I will talk about marijuana and painkiller use in the NFL, research on marijuana, and potential policy changes to come as I go through this speech. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to talk about marijuana as an alternative medication. Marijuana use as an alternative to prescription painkillers is common among NFL players, believe it or not. In 2015, a class action lawsuit was filed against the 32 NFL teams by former players who alleged that team coaches, staff members, and doctors pushed painkillers onto players to get them back on the field. A similar suit was filed in 2014 but was actually dismissed, and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell acknowledged that there have been some scientific developments about use of marijuana, but there hasn't been enough. More and more NFL players are looking to marijuana for pain relief despite risking punishment from the NFL. Your job automatically gives you the symptom of chronic pain. This was said by Baltimore Ravens offensive tackle Eugene Monroe. The NFL has existing ways to manage pain, like opioids and anti-inflammatory medications, but Monroe and other players are understandably concerned about the addiction and the potential for overdose. This can be seen in, by Brett Favre, who played for the Green Bay Packers. He was addicted to opioids for many years and finally got off of them. So many ex-NFL players also rely on marijuana for chronic pain relief. Next, I'm going to talk about marijuana research. The marijuana plant is composed of 500 chemicals that work together to create its impact on the brain. That is known as the entourage effect, and these chemicals best work together instead of in isolation. Two particular chemicals of interest are THC and CBD. THC is the chemical ingredient that makes people feel high, and marijuana has also been found to reduce pain. Marijuana was widely used for pain relief in the 1800s for patients with arthritis, and it also has anti-inflammatory qualities to it. Animal studies have found that CBD has neuroprotective effect on the brain cells. So when administered to pigs, for example, with brain injuries, it brought electrical activity close to normal levels and reduced the amount of stress on the brain. And when administered to mice, when CBD was administered to mice, it had fewer brain cells die from brain injury compared to mice that did not have the CBD administered to them. And finally, I'm going to discuss the potential policy changes within the NFL. The NFL must catch up with the legalization of marijuana. With states legalizing it left and right, soon it's going to become nationally legal, and I believe that the NFL needs to get on board with that, and quickly. The NFL has to bring their policies in line, says Art Kaplan, Dean of Research for New York University's Sports and Societies program. He says it's absurd to work with the Nancy Reagan just say no frame when we have acceptance of use sweeping through the U.S. at a rapid rate. And Julie Holland, who's a psychiatrist and author of the Pot book, she agrees that the studies on marijuana and concussions are early, There isn't any data yet, or there isn't data yet, she said, but there should be, and the government shouldn't be holding back on doing research. Off-season use of marijuana for players in legalized and non-legalized states is a must. Marijuana isn't just a tool to be pain-free, but to live a life beyond the football field. Players can play with their kids and see their families and not have their bodies ache. And players living in states who have yet to legalize marijuana may use at their own discretion. In conclusion, marijuana is a safe and effective substitute for prescription painkiller use among NFL athletes. Initial research has proven its effectiveness towards concussion treatment, and future law changes optimistically open the door for nationwide marijuana legalization. So in conclusion, baby steps in the legalization process of marijuana provide hope to athletes in chronic pain or those suffering from painkiller addiction. Continued research should be done on the effects that THC and CBD has on the brain. Thank you.